Everyone, how you guys doing? Hope business makes you well in good health. If you look around the country today, the country is a ruleless country, right? No system seems to be working. Nothing that picture government around the country. The country where non-state actors and enacting laws are making the state ungovernable for the government. Can you think about that? Feature that in your mind. Go to some countries today. When you enter the country, right, you see government everywhere. Right, everything is in order. People, the followership is intact. Even if you have a bad followership with the right government, the people will be forced to follow the rules that govern a country or a society. Right, followership does not really matter. If you read about Singapore, how Singapore was brought into existence, the government was a first world government, but the people in Singapore were still in the third world with the third world mindset because it came from a third world system. But with the working system, Prime Minister Lee Kuan managed to move the government to a first world country. And the people were not with him, but he forced the citizen until they start behaving like a first world country. Right? That's why I said, even if the followership is in error, but once the leadership is gotten right, everybody has no choice but to follow. Let's talk about China, for example. Many, like 10, 20, 40 years ago, China was in the third world. Today, China has officially exited the developing world. They are now a developed world, which makes them almost a first world country. Let's talk about Canada. 8 weeks ago, Canada had a referendum about kangaroo. I think it's kangaroo. He wanted to exit Canada to form their own country. A state wanted to exit. They had a referendum to talk about that. Right? That is a working system. In the country, a lot of people must have grievances. They must be given a platform to air their grievances, not silence them by force. Today, the Braffers has been crying that they are tired of this country by forced marriage, and they are shown up. They have no rights for self-determination. Even their leader has been locked up in that region. His only offense was self-determination. Right? We must shun all this kind of politicking if we must go forward. Today, there are people from the north who are agitating. I don't really know what they want. They said Boko Haram education is forbidden. Some people say that is not what they want. But are saying they want to Islamitize the whole country. That is the agitation. But no matter what their grievances is, right? Everybody must sit down in the round table to analyze their pain. To say this is how we feel pain, right? They must be given a platform to air their grievances. If they say they are tired of Nigeria too, let everybody sit down at the table as a referendum. Let the country called Nigeria be dissolved, right? If nobody is happy in a by forced marriage, nobody would have no right to force women who are crying of abuse, torture, to stay in the by forced marriage because of personal gain or personal greed. Right? A lot of people are not happy in this marriage called Nigeria. Right? There are some people who are in the Oduduwa Republic that are actually agitating that this country be dissolved. The East are crying. The North, I don't know what they want. But the Middle Belt are crying that they don't want to stay with the North. Is it not high time that everybody sit at a table to discuss way forward? Why forcing people to go forward when the people doesn't want to go with you anymore? Why putting people in a ship in the middle of the sea and telling them you cannot go anywhere? If you want to go, you either jump into the sea and die or follow us in this ship. This is what Nigeria is currently. Nigeria is a by force marriage, right? It's high time we come together in the referendum and decide way forward. That is the only way we can move forward. And I have always tried to agitate for regional governance. That has been my stand, right? Because the North and the South and the West are two different kind of people. If you go to most countries, go to Rwanda, for example, you only see two people. One that has the physics of Fulani, which is the tribe of the Hutu and the Tutsi. But there are two tribes. But in Nigeria, they have a lot of tribes. If you go to the North today, you'll be shocked that is still Nigeria. If you go to the East, you'll be shocked this is still Nigeria. A lot of people with different mindsets, different religion, different ethnics, different tradition, forced to be in one place. It will not work. It will never work until we all sit down and say, okay, we identify the problem, the root cause of our problem over the years. Now the solution is, okay, let's go back to regional governance. Let everybody take care of resources. We cannot be coerced to one regional power, one president that has the absolute power to do anything. The government is not reaching the local people. Even the local government has no power because the governor are rather than useless. But in regional governance, things will be different because there will be competition between the North, the South, and the East. I understand that the first coup destroyed regional governance. I understand clearly because I've read about it, what happened. That's why they are afraid that if the regional government come back, many regions will have too much power to go their separate people. We understand. But that has been the best form of government that we've enjoyed. That's just the truth. Everybody go back to their region. Let all the region take care of their own self. Let we have one central government, one currency. Let everybody develop themselves in the way they feel right. At least, if you go to the United Kingdom today, there are countries that made up the United Kingdom. You see the Ireland. Ireland is a country. You see the Wales. You see the Scotland. All this is made up of the United Kingdom, right? They have their own government. We should think about that phase. Let everybody have their own personal policing in their region. Let everybody take care of their resources. What band us will be the central president, right? Who will take his percentage from every money that will be realized. There's no way you can force a northern man to be a brother with an Igbo man. They might be brothers, not real brothers. You know what I mean? The biting will always be there. The fights will always be there. What about an Igbo man with a Yoruba man? The issue will always be there, right? We must allow everybody to develop. Allow every part of Nigeria to build their own seaport. We must allow every part of Nigeria to have their own government. We must allow every part of Nigeria to have their own security. The central power, the president can own the military, but let every region control their own policing. This one that someone from the Afar, Maiduguri, Katsina, will come and be destabilizing the South will not be possible, because the police that will be on ground will be controlled by regional governors, and he will be able to charge them to do anything to anybody that comes to the region to destabilize it. He have the natural power. That is the solution to our problems. It is very, very simple. Simple, like ABCD. They know what to do, but they don't want to do it. They are afraid that the main people they are afraid of is the Igbos. They understand what this will give these people power. They will do what is unimaginable, right? That's why they are afraid. They rather the country be put in his knee than to allow the Igbo has power over their region. This cannot help us, right? Regional government is the only way out of our problem. It is just fact, right? If this regional government must come to play, there must be first of all be a referendum. Then we'll say, okay, this referendum will last for the next 100 years. In 100 years time, many of us will be gone, right? Then everybody must be together for the 100 years, but every region should go on their own, but we'll have one central power, and we'll have one central power. Doesn't mean have consolidated all the powers. Central power means the president, who controls the military. Controlling the military means you can actually go to any region that is destabilized and enforce stability. Very easy. Thank you, and God bless you.